of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM, and it's 7:48. Boy, this is chugging right along here this morning. A very busy morning. The second most famous Salser is with us this morning. She is Karen Salser.
Good morning.
Scott got mentioned again yesterday. That guy, he needs his own show here. Well, good morning to you. Indiana Arts Council has a very, very busy schedule as always, and you do too, and I appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's always a pleasure to come. And we're kicking into gear. Fall is always the time that we start rounding the troops and getting our programs going again, and we're excited about that.
You've got music, you've got theater, you've got art, you got it all.
Yeah, well, we really like to promote everything going on. We are so fortunate in this area to have such a plethora of wonderful arts-related activities for anybody who has any interest at all, whether it's in music, theater, art, and we like to do our best to make sure we try to get word out and publicize these things as well, because advertisement is extremely important for the arts.
So on the music front,
yes.
We've got the final concert in the park coming up. Boy, those summers go fast.
Oh
don't
my
they?
gosh, I know it's insane, but it's really exciting. I looked at the weather; it's going to be a beautiful evening on Sunday, and so they're going to be finishing up with jazz with Dr. Mike at 5:30. If you haven't taken advantage of an outdoor concert, I would highly recommend it. You can take your kids, and it's very informal. Enjoy some great music. Enjoy some, visiting with some of your neighbors and friends. And generally, there's food around, and it's just a great time.
And then the month of September knocks us over the head with all kinds of events.
Oh, gosh, isn't that the truth? It's hard to believe it's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
We're also, I think, extremely fortunate in having the Artist Hand Gallery right here in downtown Indiana. They host so many wonderful things in a variety of genres as well. They always have art exhibits going. And they have a monthly open mic night where they have live music. You can just go. The next one's September 7th. That's a Friday evening. You can go and just chill, enjoy some music with some friends. And they will also, at the end of the month, be hosting a workshop. Someone will be doing one on painting. So if anyone here has interest in picking up a brush and either touching up your skills or maybe even learning a new one, I would highly recommend giving them a call and signing up for that workshop.
Yeah.
That'll be a really great time, I'm sure. They always do quality things there. But as far as other things, obviously the Northern Appalachian Folk Festival has become a tradition here in town, and that's coming up on September 8th. I'm sure that there'll be lots of talk about that coming up in the not too distant future. So, again, lots of live music, lots of great food, lots of art, and just a wonderful thing to take advantage of. That's runs pretty much all day into the evening and a couple blocks.
On the other end of Philadelphia Street, as we say.
Exactly. Exactly.
The 500 and 600 blocks of Philadelphia Street, and here we are. In between the 800 and 900. So that's a wonderful thing, the Northern Appalachian Folk Festival.
Kind of feels like it introduces fall a little bit, bring your kids and get out. And
and the interesting thing about that is it's not just music, although music is such a big part of it, but there's crafts and and the rules they have in place demand that these be handmade things. And most of them by local folks. So it's a lot of fun from that aspect, too.
Absolutely, because you're going to get one-of-a-kind type things, not something that you're going to find, going out shopping, picking up a gift at Walmart or whatever. It's just a really great way of being able to celebrate the abilities and talents of our local folk here as well. So.
Yeah, and then we talk theater in the month of September as well. Well, the Indiana Players put on a lot of shows, don't they?
I know. Isn't it just so exciting to have a town where there is live theater for the community to participate in? I love that. I didn't grow up with that. And so knowing that's here, I just think that's fantastic. It just seems like so many times, kids are involved in school and they get involved in their plays and maybe do a little in college, but then beyond that, it's hard really utilize those talents, and so to have the opportunity to do it here, I think is great. And to the degree that we're able to support them, I would highly encourage people to come out. They're located on Philadelphia Street as well. Their next play that's coming up are the weekends of September 14th and the weekend of September 21st. And they're going to be doing Agatha Christie's Murder is Announced. So that sounds like a really fun show to take in.
Sure.
So they have a website, they have a Facebook page, and so you can get more details about ticket prices. And
anytime they have a show, they're in with us too. So.
There you go.
So
excellent.
We're good. All right, you've got some things coming up as well.
We do.
And in the fall, the children's art. Tell me about that.
Well, we have, this will be our 7th year, I believe, of doing the children's concert at IUP. Stanley Chapitis was the one who got this up and running when he was active on the board and also teaching at IUP, where he would have his orchestra work on a piece that was very user-friendly, so to speak, for children. Things that, a piece that they would really be able to identify with. Oftentimes they may have studied prior to coming and listening to a live performance of this. So it was a great opportunity that he felt for, we opened it up typically for elementary kids to be bussed over to IUP's Fisher Auditorium and to take in a live performance of a string ensemble, which oftentimes a lot of schools don't have the opportunity to offer.
Sure.
So it was great exposure and a great teaching moment, and you learn about concert etiquette as well, and kids always just really seem to enjoy that field trip. And so we are doing that once again. Joe Bonnick has then taken up the reins since Stanley has retired, and he is in consultation now with several of the ensembles there to nail down what it's going to be. We're tossing around a whole bunch of different ideas. Whether we know there's going to be a mini opera involved, whether we're going to get some other ensembles involved as well, we're waiting to hear, but we're excited about the possibility for that and glad that we're able to offer that again.
He's picked up the baton.
He has. Very good.
It reminded me last year when we were down in D.C., there's a very little-known cemetery there called the Congressional Cemetery. It used to be big time, but now Arlington is the one you think of.
Okay.
But you go to this quiet little neighborhood, and within this cemetery, I could tell you all about it, but within this cemetery, John Philip Sousa is buried there.
Oh, wow.
And once a month, they do a processional to his grave. And when you visit the grave on any day now, somebody has left a baton on John Philip Sousa's tombstone, and you can pick it up and you can pose with
goodness.
it. It's really cool.
Oh,
you can literally pick up the baton at John Philip Sousa's place.
Oh, I wish I would have known this when my dad was around. He loved John Philip Sousa. That would have been great.
Yeah, I think that's a great tradition.
What a great thing.
Yeah. So that is coming up in the month or in the fall. In the fall. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, you're scouring the grounds for new members always.
Absolutely. We are very much looking for people who are interested in helping to continue to promote not only the activities of the Art Council, but as well as all the other things that are going on in the town. But, and obviously in order to do programs such as the IUP event, it does take funding. We do try to keep costs extremely low, if to none, for the schools to be able to participate. But that requires funding on our part. We are a nonprofit organization, so obviously all of our funds come either through fundraising grants or the generosity of people who choose to come alongside us and become members and support us that way. So very much in need of all sorts of support, financial, obviously, but as well as people who'd be willing to maybe even come to an event and lend a hand and pass out programs or help get kids seated or whatever. There's always a way of being able to help out. Yeah,
and with so much music in this community and so many music educators, it's a wonderful thing. And we're talking music now, but it could be any other art form that you can think of.
Absolutely, yeah, because we have a lot of other events coming up that also incorporates the arts and the dance and the theater, and So our programming runs pretty much throughout the entire year. We take a little bit of a break in the month of June, July to kind of regroup, and then we get started again with all of our planning.
Very good. She's Karen Salser, Indiana Arts Council. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me, as always.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160, 101.1 FM.